guys. You're on the Success Secrets for Business Family and Life channel. I'm Vickie Helm. I am the stand-in for Tracy Wilson, who is on vacation visiting family this week. And today, I'm so excited. I want to introduce you to Amanda Penny. And this is somebody that is going to, we're going to have such an awesome conversation today.
Thank you.
Amanda is one of the youngest, fastest up-and-coming podcasters out there. And the reason she started her channel is going to be so awesome. Today we're going to be talking about, to me, the young and the restless. How's that? So what I want to say is welcome to the Unlocked show today, Amanda.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
So I know that there has been a rumor that your podcast is just taken off. You do a lot.
It's insane. It happened so quickly. I can't even describe it. I'm very grateful for it.
Tell us, why did you start the podcast? How did it get so booming? What is it that you're doing?
So it's funny. I started social media at the age of 12. I used to Instagram vlog, like my Instagram vlog account. And there was this boy who taught me how to like manage, produce, and direct. So fast forward 3 years later, we stopped talking. He started doing YouTube and Twitch during quarantine. And I wanted to go back to YouTube. And I was like, I can't do that. He's going to be so mad at me. So I was like, what can I do? And my mom was like, you don't shut up. So I like looked into it and I was like, what can I do that like describes how I run my mouth and don't shut up? So like I looked and I started a podcast back in January of 2021. Yeah. I started interviewing names that I can't even begin to imagine. I have met so many people in the industry. It's crazy. The connections I built up. I just recently got to start working with my manager who I love to death. And I've like completely I'm doing everything I thought I'd never be doing. It's crazy. And it's all because I have a passion to not shut up.
You know, I think that's really cool because, you know, in my era, Oprah Winfrey was a really, you know, she's big.
I've been told I could replace her or Kelly Ripa.
Yeah. But one of the things was in the beginning, she was like, you guys talk too much. Stop talking. But you know what? Talking for a living is fantastic.
Oh, it's amazing.
So you started your podcast. What's your message? Why on earth did you decide to have your own podcast instead of
to get back at the boy? I was like, I could get a bigger following than him to myself. So fast forward now, I have the bigger following, and he won't speak to me. He's so mad at me, it's not even funny. He has not looked at me or said a word to me since he found out I have it. I have a much bigger following than him. Very grateful for it. And it's really funny because he taught me how to direct like message to brands and reach out to brands. And now I'm doing everything he's trying to do on his YouTube channel. So I feel horrible, but it's like...
Yeah, so tell me, what is the process? That's not the question. That's not the question I want to ask. I know that you grew your podcast.
Yeah.
How did you do it? Did you go live every day?
I uploaded every week without missing a week. Yeah. I missed a couple weeks, like a week ago, because I was away for my 18th birthday, and then I had some other stuff happen, so I was uploading really old episodes. But I'm back into uploading newer episodes, and I started working with small businesses, and that really grew my brand, was working with small businesses around the world. That helped me majorly.
How did you do that? Go back, because I know there are a bunch of small businesses that listen to this show. What do you do for them? How do you do it?
I do Small Business Saturday, where I have on like small business owners to talk about the shops, and I've been doing that ever since I started. I've missed a couple weeks because I was away on vacation. Then I had some family stuff happen, so I was uploading older episodes instead of Small Business Saturday just so I could get caught up with everything in my personal life. But now I'm coming back into my Small Business Saturday thing, and I love it.
Beautiful, beautiful. And, you know, it's always great when you highlight other people and you get them out and their message out and their word out, etc. When you're on the show, how long do you spend with your show?
It's funny. I can go like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, an hour, 17 minutes. I never know
who it is and what they're doing.
Yeah, well, it's funny. I don't write out questions. I never know what I'm walking into. So, like, I did this one interview. It was planned for Tuesday. And they're, like, texting me that night and was like, oh, we're doing it tonight. Wednesday. And he was like, oh, we're doing it Tuesday night. I was like, dude, it's 10:30 my time. He's like, see you in 10. I had 10 minutes to get dressed, get ready, with no episode planned out, and did the episode that night. So I've had stuff like that happen.
You know, that's a lot of the thing that I like to take advantage of as well. It's like opportunity strikes where it strikes, when it strikes, and the iron's hot. And sometimes you got to be willing to get up at 10 o'clock at night and be ready in 10, 15 minutes and just go live with no agenda.
My only problem was that was a school night, and he wanted it out that same night. So I didn't get to bed till 12 that night. I had to be up at 6 that morning to go to school.
Wow.
So I was like on crackhead hours at school all day. And it was, my teacher was like, you are not yourself. I was like, I was up till 12. Doing a podcast, and she's like, you can't be doing that the week of Regents, because it was the week of my finals. So she was not happy, and I was like, what comes first, podcasting? Like, my production teacher was thrilled. He's like, oh, do that again, that's fine. My other teachers, not so thrilled.
So let me ask you, what is your fascination at 12 years old with online, working online and connecting online? What was your fascination at?
I started a vlog account. Now, I'm not going to say the name because I still have it, and it's very embarrassing. But I started a vlog account. I wanted to be the next Jake Paul. It's not even funny how badly I wanted to be the next Jake Paul. And I got noticed by Jake twice, and that was like the highlight of my career. He commented on 2 of my videos, and that was like the highlight of my career. I had a Team 10 sweatshirt. I wanted to be the next Jake Paul. Then Jake Paul got canceled, and I was like, okay, maybe I don't want to be the next Jake Paul. So I was in my Alex Warren phase for like a couple months. And then I slowly just started a podcast, and now I don't vlog anymore. I talk on the internet and run my mouth, and I love it.
Okay, so let me ask you something. Let's say right now there's, I don't know, a 14-year-old out there, and they're thinking, I want to start a podcast. I want to do something. What 3 tips would you give somebody new who's starting that podcast, who's 14, 15, 12 like you were? What would you tell them?
Say yes. Any type of opportunity you get, say yes. You'll regret it. Trust me. Been there, done that. Don't script an episode. Do it in your head. That's when the best content comes. And edit. Edit in advance. You will regret that. Trust me. I have been there. I said it today in something I had to do for Anchor. Edit. You will regret it, and it will become a hot mess if you don't. I have been there. I've been up to like 12 a.m. editing. So I've learned my lesson.
Okay, so let me ask you something. You think every show should be edited?
Not every show. Like, if you say something you shouldn't, then edit. That's what I meant by that. I run my mouth a lot, so I'm editing a lot of stuff that I shouldn't be saying out of my podcast. From stuff from my own. Like, not like edit, just edit out things that you don't want said on the internet type of edit. That's what I mean by that. Because I have been there. I've gotten clips played at school of me running my mouth, and I'm like, oh, I shouldn't have said that out of my podcast. So I have learned that you have to watch what you say. Trust me. I go to a full-time public high school, and it's getting played. My podcast gets played constantly in school. So if I say something or call out somebody and forget to edit it out, it gets played around the whole school. So that's why I've learned to edit out things I say.
Interesting. And I like your discernment that you have around what you're going to say and how you're going to say and editing it out before that. I think the forethought of that is really good. The other thing I like is, why do you like to go with an unscripted versus scripted show?
I'm lazy. Cool. I'm lazy and just won't write out questions. That is why. I'm lazy. I won't do it. I tried to do it once and was like, I'm not writing out questions. It just doesn't seem like me. I like to just think of something and say it. So that's where I feel like my best content comes from.
Brilliant. God, I love this. I love how you think. Now, one of the things I'm enjoying about this is, obviously she is already professional. Are you still in high school, or are you out now?
I have another year.
She's got one more year of high school. Okay. And she's achieving all this success. Now,
I'm going to go to college for this.
You were going to go to college? Are you going to go to college for this now, or are you just going to continue doing what you're doing?
I'm going to go to college for this when I graduate in 2023. I'm applying to Oswego for communication to get my full degree.
Brilliant. And look at this. I have 3 degrees from the past. And had I known, I think anybody young right now who's not taking advantage of the power of social media and what they're doing is crazy. Because right now at 18, having the following, having the impact that you're having the the flow to your audience, the way you're having it, that's amazing.
Thank
That's
you.
amazing. I'm proud, and I'm not even your mom. I mean,
Thank you. Thank you. Well, it's funny. I've worked with some influencers from my school who I have not should have worked with. I've learned who not to work with. I have one kid in particular who I will never work with again from my school. He took advantage of my whole content career and my career, and actually recently wrote a diss track about me. So I'm not speaking to him. He wrote something like calling me out for something I didn't do. So I learned who to work with too, and it's I taught myself completely.
So I want to ask you something, Amanda.
Yeah.
Right now, if there were 3 things that you could tell a new podcaster, look out for this because people will do this, or look out for that. What are those 3 things you think people should look out for?
The first one I'm going to say, I should have took my own advice, is if you haven't spoken to somebody, I'm going to use my example since middle school and they talk to you junior year and ask to come on the podcast, say no, they're using you. I'm a victim of that one, a very big victim of that one, and totally regret it, and have learned now to only let people I talk to on my podcast. If somebody asks you for a connection, like, oh, can I meet this person? Oh, can I meet that person? Say no, they're going to use you. Just had that happen 6 months ago. And lastly, don't let anybody tell you what to do. I live in my own little world where I don't let anybody tell me how to run my podcast. You tell me how to run my podcast, I'm not going to listen. I'm going to do whatever I want.
That's brilliant. I actually like that because, bending the rules is actually a good thing right now.
I had an agency scream at me and tell me they weren't going to sign me unless they got ownership to my podcast and told me how to run it. And I was like, absolutely not. Goodbye. I'm hanging up, and hung up on them and told them I was never going to speak to them again. So I'm very, very if you're going to tell me how to run my stuff, I'm not going to. And all copyright's staying in my name. You're not changing my copyright. It's staying in my name.
Yeah, absolutely. You're brilliant for that for such a young age. A lot of times that lust for more influence, more credibility can talk you right out of making some really stupid moves. And I think that's the important thing. It's great that you have a podcast. It's great that you're getting credibility, but you still have to run it like a business. You still have to, I know. This is somebody right here. Wow, what foresight. I know. Who at 18 has this kind of foresight? This is kind of something that's really cool. So, what are your favorite topics? 3 top favorite topics to talk about.
Well, I interviewed this kid named Jake from my school, and we talked about Bitcoin. And I didn't know anything about Bitcoin, but now I'm interested, what is Bitcoin? So anytime anybody mentions Bitcoin, I want to know, because Jake made me a Bitcoin account and has me with NFTs, and I don't know what that is, and Jake won't come back on to explain it. So anytime I meet somebody with NFTs, I'm like, can you explain to me what an NFT is? So Bitcoin, I like talking about the Vampire Diaries. It's my favorite show. Yeah. I like my Google search. My top Google search is Amanda Penny on Vampire Diaries. So I take that proudly. And then another topic that I absolutely love to talk about right now is probably high school, graduating senior year. What are you going to do next? Or ADHD. I have ADHD. I was diagnosed at the age of 6 with ADHD and anxiety. So I love when people talk about ADHD.
Well, I got to tell you, that's how I started it out. I had ADHD. Back then, they didn't call it ADHD. They called it hyperactivity. And then the hyperactivity grew. I had that as well. And I came out just fine. And you're going to be just fine. But I think there's a point where if you have ADHD, one, you have a good imagination and you think super fast. And what happens? Yeah, I do. Some people can't think as fast as you do. In fact, you'll be off on this road, and back here they're just trying to. What did she say? What do you mean? What they're trying to catch up. And I'm like, don't ever. I know that right now it doesn't serve you well when you're younger, but as you get older, that ADHD will come right in handy. It is all that.
It really does. It's what makes me and keeps me going. My whole family has it. So it's just it's my favorite thing. I love being oh, I have ADHD. It's my superpower, I call it. I don't shut up. I'm very hyper. I have the energy level of a teenage boy. That's how hyper I am. So,
yeah. At one point for my younger years, when I was a teenager, all the way till I was about 40, because I'm over 40. But when I was about 40, I used to only sleep 4 hours a night. That's all I needed. I was always just up.
That's how I used to be. Now I sleep till like 11 p.m., 1 p.m. My mom lets me. I sleep and then I'm up all night.
Yeah. But then you're up all night. I just remember needing, and a lot of people during finals when I was in college, I was up all night. I could be up all night for 2 or 3 days before I just passed out and went to sleep.
No, if I don't get enough sleep, I'm not nice. I've been informed that I'm not nice. I was actually back in 2018, got put in the hospital because I didn't sleep for 3 days and was overtired and took a Benadryl, and that knocked me out to the point where everybody thought there was something wrong with me. So I was admitted to the ER and then admitted to the hospital. So now I don't take Benadryl and I sleep as much as I can so that doesn't happen again.
Absolutely. What good friends you had to have them, look after you after that. Okay, so back to the podcast, because I'm going to be wrapping up with some questions I want to know, because I know there's a lot of young people, and honestly, people my age, people younger, everybody is getting into listening to podcasts, and everybody has their favorite podcasts, and they have them. I know we do at our house every single day. There's that thing.
Yeah.
When you start out and you're a new podcaster, especially a young podcaster, let's say it's your first show, how often do you think somebody should go live or just make a show?
I feel like you should do it once a week to start, to try to gain a following and work with people around the world. That helps you gain a following.
Yes. And then do you just started, you said you started off with Anchor. Is that
I still use it? It's Anchor. It's like a whole podcasting streaming site. I'm actually one of the creators for Anchor. I work with them very closely. I have some stuff coming out with them in the future. So I'm close with the whole Anchor team. Then I have a manager. Shout out to Marlene. She's my producer / manager. She helps me with all my stuff, booking guests and doing like bigger things. I work with her. And then I work with Anchor pretty closely. Those are like the two things.
It's interesting. I started off on Anchor when it very first came out too. It was like in its beta form. But as my company has grown, we now are on a bigger platform, so we can have lots of platforms. But I think you're right. Anchor is the best starting platform for anyone. And it's just a downloadable app. And you can use Anchor right here on your phone.
That's how I record is off my cell phone. That's how I record is off my cell phone. So I love Anchor personally. It's amazing. I'm very close with the community on Anchor and all the creators on there. So like that's what I'm sticking with right now. Once I get bigger, maybe I'll switch. But right now I want to stick with Anchor. I like it a lot.
When I started with Anchor, I used this old phone right here and this microphone right here and plugged it in just like that. That was my entire podcast right here, played right from this particular phone. And this is a 2000. It's an 8 Plus. It's a iPhone 8 Plus. It's really old. It's not even like the 13. And I did the podcast on that. And
I used to stream off an iPhone 8, and then I broke my phone at school, so now I'm streaming off the 11.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to have a lot of great equipment to start. And here's the other myth I want to talk about. When I want to ask you this, Amanda, because I think a lot of people think when they start, they have to have like some agenda. Like, let's start talking about this and this and this, and they're outlining shows and they're outlining topics, and they're so busy planning that they don't actually get on and do it. And
I don't plan a show. I just do it as it happens. Yeah. I've never planned a show in my life. I just do it as it happens, and I never know what I'm walking into, and I love that thrill of it, and I'm very grateful for the following I have because of it.
Do you carry your phone around with you, and then all of a sudden you can do a show because you have a sudden topic?
I recorded right on Zoom. I always have a guest. I never recorded a solo episode. Like, if I record episodes with my kids in school, I never know what's going to happen. But, like, if I'm recording on Zoom, I record off my iPhone, off the Anchor app, and then have it right up on there and do it right off of there.
Wow. So no matter where you go, this is the point. My point in talking to Amanda right now is you can run your business off this little phone. The whole business, the whole company can be run off your phone.
Yeah.
And this is the beauty of having this kind of modern technology and building your influence, etc. So what are your long-term goals? Like, I know you're going to go to college for podcasting. What's your hope? What's the big dream?
To work for like young. Okay, so I know Jolie Lively, and I always tell her that I'm gonna take her job at Young Hollywood. That's my goal: is to work at Young Hollywood as a reporter, or work at Barstool Sports, or work for Sharp Productions as a reporter. Something in the line of that.
What happens if your show gets big enough where it becomes its own reporter?
I don't know. We'll wait and see. At that time, I just take it by the phone. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, because right now, what's exciting about what I enjoy about you, I have 3 qualities right now that I think are going to really win for you in life. And the first one is you are fearless.
Thank you.
You have something that most people don't. Everybody's so afraid to start, so afraid to get it wrong, so afraid that they don't start. They don't go out and say, I'm fearless, I'm going to figure it out. The second thing is that you just have this be in the moment. Say again?
I'm trying to find the Instagram that you guys have for this. I don't follow it. I just realized as I was on. So I'm just trying to follow it really quick.
Yep, it's in there somewhere. But the second thing that I think is really interesting about this is that you like to be in the moment. You don't want anything rehearsed. You're actually authentically you. Whatever you are in the moment, you like that. And I love that about you. And I also love that you are not censored. And I mean, you don't censor yourself. You trust your gut. You trust what's coming to you. And you trust what's actually happening with you.
I can't find it. Thank you. I appreciate that. I can't find it. I just realized I didn't follow you guys and was trying to find it. And now I can't find it.
No worries. We'll send you a link and everything else. I'm excited about who you are. And what I like about this is I keep thinking, if the next generation is as talented and fearless as you are, we are going to have an exceptional world. There is going to be some things that are going to be growing and be different and be actually so good in the future because you and people like you are daring to do something different than the status quo or the thing that's already been done. And I got to tell you, I wish you all the success in the world.
Thank you so much.
I'm so excited to meet you. This has been super fun.
Thank you.
And I just want to tell everybody before we go, I think you should check in with her show. And I want to give everybody the link where your show is. Now, listen, if you're driving and you're listening to the show, relax. It's going to be in the show notes, and you can connect with the young and the talented right now.
Thank you. If anybody has any questions, DM me on Instagram at Amanda_Penny_14. That is my Instagram and like the best way to reach me because I'll see it.
Great. And so, Amanda, is your podcast on your Instagram as well? Do you?
Oh, yes, of course it is. Of course it is. It's there.
Great. So you can go to her Instagram account. You can go ahead and clock on to that show. I know I am. As soon as I'm off this show with her and we're done talking, I'm going to go ahead and pop that right up over there and pop onto that show. I want to listen to the bright, young, talented. And if you're thinking about having your own show, don't hesitate. Go do something. It's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to have a plan all the time.
Yeah.
You can succeed in this way just like she did.
Thank you.
Pure, absolute fearlessness. I love that about you.
Thank you.
All right. Listen, next week, Tracy will be back on the Unlock Show. And for now, thank you for joining us.